Hey guys, welcome back to Angel Angela. And on this podcast, I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about something that's going to be very important in your journey, and that's going to be having to use your intuition and how you're basically not going to survive this apocalypse without your intuition. Your intuition is something very important that you need to get in tune with during these times, during your transition. Right now, a lot of people are in a state of transitioning. I'm transitioning myself, and I've been transitioning for a long time, and I know that I have to make this video for those of you who are transitioning and understanding what you went through, and you're trying to find forgiveness, not just for the narcissist, but for yourself. And you're trying to understand what happened to you and just kind of how to move forward from what happened to you so that these things don't become repetitive, because I know that a lot of you might have this bad intuition where you kind of feel like, yes, good things are happening, but I can quickly lose those things as well. You have this intuition where you might have a fear of the future, even though you know these things have to happen. You're trying to figure out how you're going to survive this apocalypse, right? This new beginning. Narcissists want you to believe that you're incapable of evolving because they're incapable of evolving, because they're incapable of, forgiving themselves or forgiving other people or giving people closure, because of their inability to humble themselves and to have compassion and empathy and really understand that their motives behind a lot of things cause more problems, not just for other people, but for themselves. One thing that I've learned with just dealing with narcissists in my life is that I always ignored my intuition. There literally, comes a point in time for all of us where we can't ignore our intuition at all anymore. And we realize that the narcissist was using us to give them common sense. How many of you guys have gave the narcissist common sense when it came to jobs, or how not to treat someone, how not to approach someone? Sometimes you point out what they did wrong to other people and they realize they did wrong. So because the narcissist lacks empathy, they lack common sense, and because they lack common sense, they lack that inner intuition. They know when bad things are going to happen to them because it's became a pattern. But when good things are happening, or how to maintain good things, they need you to be their guide in order to use you for your intuition. But then they use your intuition against you. They use your own power against you. This is how you come into a spiritual awakening, because these people try to kill you. They try to spiritually, kill you. It hurts to have to rebuild yourself, all because you didn't listen to your intuition, or because you kept forgiving, or you kept thinking, these people can't be this evil. You basically realize that you were right all along. You just kind of realize that you always had this intuition when things were happening to you, like certain things weren't right. Even if you didn't know how to express yourself at that time, you knew something was wrong. It's kind of like a child knowing there's something wrong with someone around them. They can feel that predator energy, or they can feel that hate. They can feel that this person doesn't really like them, So you always had these intuitions, these feelings, and even if you couldn't express yourself or you couldn't really understand what was going on, you knew something was wrong. So when these people try to destroy you, eventually you realize, hey, even if I didn't know what was going on at that time, these people, they knew better. They knew that I didn't know, or they knew I was a good person, or they knew I was really innocent and I just wasn't comprehending because no one explained anything to me, or I didn't know this was a game. I didn't know people were playing these type of games out here. So, you always had an intuition when it came to friends, family, partners in life. You always had an intuition. Even a lot of times when you have even children who are narcissistic, you always had this feeling like, they've always been different. I've tried to teach them to be good and to be loving. And, people will question you and they'll tell you, like, are you sure? Maybe you did something. Maybe they experienced something and they didn't, or maybe you look at things a certain way and you don't look at it as as if you were being bad. And, you keep forgiving, and you get put in really tough situations where it's kind of like, it's either I'm going to live or these people are going to kill me. And it's like, yeah, I can think about the common sense and what it looks like to most people. Most people expect certain things of me, but they don't really understand. They try to make their own, perceptions of what is going on. So a lot of times your intuition, you'll ignore it because of what people tell you should do, or people tell you should, keep forgiving and being around this person because you're family, but you know that this is destroying who you are as a person because, these people are making up lies about you, or they're judging you when they don't really know you. They don't know you in an everyday basis. So our intuition is something that is very powerful. Even when you're in school, knowing the answers to something and knowing the information, but second guessing myself. What if I'm wrong? I feel like this is what it is. It sounds familiar. The word sounds familiar, but what if it's something else? This is the only word that's clicking for me. But this word kind of sounds more relatable to the question. I'm just going to answer this one. And then later on, your teacher's looking at you like, hey, what's the answer to this? And you tell them, and they're like, why didn't you put that down? Oh, I didn't trust my intuition. So your intuition is literally a map. It guides you through life. Your intuition is inside of you. It's your vision. It's the vision that comes from within. It's the vision that, literally it's like a compass. It guides you through the experiences, the people you're supposed to come across. It's a small world. Things happen based off of your frequency and your vibration. And that is what your intuition is. It's basically what's inside of you, the vision that's inside of you. And you know how you have one of those moments where you kind of, something finally clicks in your head. It's like, I know what my intuition is, but it's like it finally clicks in your head and you're kind of like, oh yeah, it's my vision. It's what's inside of me. It's the information that I've gathered, in my existence here on earth as far as I can remember. And what I believe to be true, that might not be true for other people because it's only what's inside of me. It's not inside of other people. It's not inside my mother, my father, my brother, my sister. It's inside of me. My intuition. My intuition is it's different. My vision is different. It's what's inside of me, and in order to be intuitive, you have to just know who you are. And that's what most narcissists want to stop you from learning, is who you are inside. You spend so much time focused on them that you actually forget who you are because you've lost your intuition. Every time your intuition is telling you this person's bad, this person's not good for you, your intuition's telling you, don't go back, okay? This is the last time. Remember last time you said this would be the last time? Don't go back. It's going to get worse. Things are going to happen. It's going to get worse from here. Please. Your intuition keeps telling you they're going to do this to you. They're going to do this next. Then they're going to do this. Then you're going to find them over there. Then you're going to find them over there next. And your intuition is telling you stuff and your brain is going like crazy, like static. And as soon as the narcissist lies about something, you're like, hey, you're lying. You're really going to do this. And they're looking at you like, what? Are you psychic now? Are you psychic? They'll even make jokes and act like you're insecure. They'll make jokes and act like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. They'll agree with you that's like basically laugh in your face and make it seem like it's a joke, but they're telling you the truth. And then they're laughing it off. And then when you're like, hey, you're not joking around, you're serious. Stop joking with me. They're like, what do you mean? I'm just agreeing to whatever you're saying. You're the one who said that. You came up with that out of nowhere. Now they're gaslighting you, and they're gaslighting you because they're telling you, hey, you don't have any proof. And you're like, yes, I do, my intuition. They're like, where's your proof? You're just saying stuff. You're just saying stuff that's not real, that doesn't exist. And you actually feed into it. And I think that's one of the things that, like, to be honest, that had pissed me off about the gaslighting is that, when you're being gaslighted, your intuition is telling you the truth about everything, right? Because once the narcissist, takes away your intuition, you stop thriving in life. So, you can go from someone who's really smart, wisdom, hardworking, all about boundaries and morals, and you could be successful and happy and peace. You could have a very high vibration, but if you let a narcissist in your life, the reason people get bad luck, and a lot of times they don't even know why they're getting this bad luck until they realize it's the narcissist. It's because they've blocked your frequency. So you can go from like you're on this high frequency and now this person comes into your life and they're messing with your intuition. They're causing static. They're misdirecting your life. Your life is, your intuition's like a compass. It's like a compass. They're putting static there. And they're lying to you. So when people lie to you, even if it's a little lie, it is really big sometimes, because not sometimes, it's a very big lie because it grows. When people lie, that lie can evolve, right? It could evolve. And now other people are jumping in on this gossip, on these lies, the flying monkeys. And now instead of trusting their intuition, which is telling them that the narcissist is lying, they'd rather focus on you. And, these people want to focus on other people to stop thinking about their life. So now they're getting off on what's going on with you. And now the narcissist is starting static around those people, and now they're misdirecting you because every time they're gaslighting you, and that certain things, even if you don't have proof, that's what's going on, and that lie, that energy they're throwing at you, that energy is growing. That dark ball, that dark cloud is growing. Now that dark cloud is following you around. It's following you around. It's creeping up on you really slowly. Little things are happening, little things going missing, little things disappearing, little things, and then it just keeps growing. Narcissists, now they're cheating. Now they're away on the weekends. Now and then they keep gaslighting you, keep coming back, keep gaslighting you. That lie is just growing more and more. And the more they keep lying and you keep believing it, You're not trusting your intuition, which means when you go to work now and you're trying to do this project at work and you're telling yourself, I have to design this way. This is what my dream design would be. But now your mind keeps going into a fog. Your creative mind is blocked now. The things that make you happy, work or hobbies, the things that make you happy, they're not making you happy anymore because there's a block. There's some type of static. Someone put some static in your life. Someone misdirected you. You're not supposed to even be around this person anymore. You were supposed to already let them go. Your intuition probably told you to let them go. You didn't let them go. They keep coming back. They won't leave you alone. They're like blood-sucking vampires, blood-sucking demons. What really makes up your intuition? There are three main factors that make up your intuition. So, like I've told you guys, your intuition, it's what's inside of you. It's the vision within. It's having the answers without having to look with your actual physical eyes. So this is why a lot of times when you're watching television, they say it's telling lies to your vision, right? The TV is telling lies to your vision, and it's morphing to what's inside of you. So it's not just telling lies to your physical vision, it's also telling lies to your vision within, your vision that's inside of you. That's what that, telling lies to your vision implies when it comes to your intuition. It goes hand in hand because your intuition, it's what's inside of you, and then someone's telling lies to your vision, and it's not just affecting what's in the physical form, it's affecting what's inside of you, which means that now you cannot see these TV shows, these horror movies. They've desensitized you that you can't even see the narcissist for the predator that they are. These shows, all these things have told lies to your vision, and now you can't trust your intuition. You can't trust what's inside of you that's telling you this person's wicked. You're watching this horror movie, you're watching, the ID channel, unsolved mystery, cold cases, you're watching all this, how to catch a predator, and he's right next to you. She's right next to you. And you're not trusting your intuition because people have gaslit you. People have lied to your vision, and now you can't see what's on the physical form for what it is. So when you see someone that's attractive, you're not thinking this person's a serial killer. He looks like a practical, normal guy, practical, normal female that's not going to set you up. But people have told lies to your actual physical vision, so you can't trust your physical vision anymore. I feel like things got so bad with me and the narcissist that the universe allowed me to see the narcissist spiritual being, that demonic entity that's in them. I feel like the universe allowed me to see that, to show me that what I was seeing in the physical form wasn't what reality is. And that's what made me realize it's not a game. People are so desensitized that they think it's a game to allow people to mess with their vision and with their intuition, what they feel inside. You feel bad when you're around this person, but this person's going to try to make you believe that relationships go through this, or they're bipolar, or they didn't have a dad in their life, or or they don't know, they have to work on their anger management. These people play dumb all day, but in reality they had a mission, and their mission was to mess with your intuition, and they did it to you continuously. They didn't just do it to you one time, two times. This person messed with your intuition. They mess with what's inside of you. They've messed with your light. They've taken energy. They've misguided you. They've misdirected your destiny. And, they tried to break you. And they did not do it by accident. So this is why it's so important to trust your intuition. I realized one night when I was watching TV or whatever. Well, I wasn't watching TV. I was asleep. But the TV was on. And I usually don't sleep with the TV on. And I really don't watch TV at all. I really don't watch TV. But because I do have a TV, sometimes I'll turn it on and I'll tell myself, like, hey, what's the point on having a TV if you're not going to watch it? So try to watch something. And I put a movie on, fell asleep. And I don't know if this has happened to you guys, but I'm pretty sure it has, where you fell asleep and then you're listening to the movie in your mind and you can hear the words. And the words were replaying in my mind. Like, I could hear everything that was happening. And everything that was happening, I would have that, that feeling where I would be like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I felt like someone was talking to me, basically. I don't know if you guys have ever went through that, where you're thinking about something and then you get your answers through something and your intuition is telling you, like, listen to this message. And you wake up out of your sleep and you're paying attention to what's going on in the movie. But what's going on in the movie is not as interesting. The picture is not as interesting as the words. So you're not really paying attention to the movie itself. You're paying attention to the words that are being said. And then I told myself, like, oh, like, I get it now. Like, this is why it's so important to trust your intuition, because your intuition is going to tell you things that the physical eye can't show you. So this physical movie, it couldn't show me anything worth learning, nothing worth of value. It's just lying to my vision. A whole bunch of scrabble, pictures and things to draw me in. But when I actually was listening to the words itself, and this is something I've watched before, when I heard the words, I heard it differently from how I would watch this movie with my vision, right? So this is what's happening to us, is that we're listening to the words the narcissist is telling us, but their physical actions are matching their words. So our intuition is telling us, hey, this person's lying. Don't believe their apology. They're not really sorry. Get out of their face. And then you keep taking them back until time goes by, or until really bad things happen. And then now when your intuition is telling you, get away, something bad's going to happen, or the narcissist is going to get their karma for everything they've been doing, not just to you, but to other people. Your intuition will tell you, like, hey, back away from this narcissist. Like, something bad's going to happen, and you actually listen to it. You actually listen to it for the first time, and you do back away. And later on, the narcissist comes to you and they're trying to reconnect with you. And they're like, hey, I just got in a bad accident. Hey, everyone in my family is trying to hurt me. Hey, they come back with drama. A lot of times when they come back and they don't tell you that they got their karma, your intuition tells you this person got their karma, but they don't want you to know. Your intuition tells you right away. And you still ignore it because you're like, maybe if I'm a good person to them, and your intuition will tell you, like, don't even answer that person's call, change your number. Don't ever go back. Your intuition's like telling you. And we're just like ignoring it because we want to live in that fantasy land. And our intuition will tell us too, hey, if you keep living in this fantasy land, you're going to lose your family. You're going to lose your friends. You're going to lose everything you have. Your intuition will tell you, hey, if you don't forgive this person, something bad's going to happen to you. Your intuition tells you a lot of these things. So your intuition is the primary thing the narcissist tries to attack. Another thing that intrigues me about, our intuition is one day, I've said this to you guys before, but one day, the narcissist that I was with, he had a child, and I was in the bathroom one morning. The narcissist didn't tell me that the mother of his child was going to come over or anything like that. He was staying with us for a couple of days, but I didn't know when she was going to come pick him up or anything like that. But I remember being in the bathroom and my intuition told me, she's on her way. She's pulling up. She's outside right now. And I'm sitting there and, thinking to myself, like, why is my mind telling me things about someone? And who is this person it's talking about? Because my intuition literally said, she's pulling up. She's in front of the house. And I'm like, who? Because I didn't know who my intuition was talking about. And it was her. And I'm thinking, why is she? And I'm thinking, a lot of funny stuff has been going on lately. I don't really trust her. She comes over here, but, she knows about me and everything. Her son's here, but I don't trust her. It's something about her. Like, I think she's a narcissist too. And I think they're playing this game with me. Like, I think they've done this before, and all of a sudden my intuition's like, she's coming, she's here. Why am I connected to her in that way? I'm connected to the narcissist, and that's all we have in common. So because I'm listening to my intuition, now I can come up with a dialogue and come to an understanding that the reason I'm able to connect with her through him is because they haven't gave each other closure, because she knows about me knowingly, and the narcissist is keeping something from me. And because I'm connected to him, the universe is letting me know. But if they're with me, completely with me, and there's a understanding within all of us, why am I having intuitions about you? Why am I in your mind? And, what is going on? There's something going on. And, my intuition, of course, was right. But what happens is that narcissists, they try to gaslight you through your intuition. So you have to have blind faith. You have to pay attention to predictions. You have to pay attention to dreams. So when you are finally in tune and you're paying attention to your intuition, now you have to go by blind faith signs, physical signs, receipts, papers, things that just stumble across your way, people who are talking. This is why you have to learn to not gossip, to silence yourself, because you have to pay attention to not what's physically there. You have to pay attention to your surroundings, the noise, the words, what's going on. So blind faith, you're going to see signs, physical, actual signs. Whether it's through the TV just turned on, you heard something, or you're thinking about something and a homeless person starts talking and they start saying something, and it's answering a question you had in your mind. Like, that's how the universe works, through blind faith. And this is why you can't judge people. You can't judge anyone. Even bad situations, some bad situations happen to teach you something, So blind faith, predictions, predictions. A lot of times when I tell you guys, these people gaslight you to block off your intuition, but then you're having all of these predictions. You're predicting things. You're like, this is going to happen to the narcissist because they keep lying to me. Something bad's going to happen to them because they just did something really scandalous to me. you'll start predicting things happening to them, or you'll just see it. It's like you just know because of their behavior, their patterns. Sometimes you can predict that they're going to, discard you. Sometimes you predict that they've started a new family with someone else behind your back. So you just predict things, and the narcissist gaslights you and they make you feel like you're crazy, but you're predicting things because you're trusting your intuition, and your intuition is going off of what's inside of you through that blind faith, and it's actually manifesting through these predictions according to the actions of that person that's directing your life right along with you. Something bad happens to the narcissist, and then your intuition is telling you, hey, if you don't leave the narcissist, they're getting karma right now. If you don't leave them, that karma is going to get you next. It's like you get a warning and everything. Your intuition's like, the universe is talking to your intuition, what's inside of you, and the universe is like, hey, if you don't leave this person, you already predicted something bad was going to happen to them. Look, I'm showing you I'm real. I am real. I just got him. I just got her. They're not in a good mood. They don't even want to be around you because they're pissed at this karma they're getting, or they're going to take it out on you. They're going to take out their karma out on you. You need to stay away from this person. They're really dangerous. This person can do something to you. They might even kill you. You'll have a feeling like, I think the narcissist might want to kill me. And people will say to you, like, you're crazy. The narcissist, they're abusive, like verbally, but they've never gotten physical with you. And you're like, no, I think this person wants to kill me. Are you sure? Like, you guys argued about something so small. And you're like, yeah, plus they're the ones lying and cheating, but I still feel like they're going to hurt me. Even though I'm not doing anything to them, they're crazy. Some people predict their own deaths because they're like, this is how I'm going to die. These people got me. These people got me boxed in, or, or they're financially tied to someone. They're like, I guess this is it. They start predicting their own life. So if you don't get away from these people that are taking your energy, what's inside of you, your intuition, they're lying to you. Even when you know the truth and you have proof and you tell these people, look, I have proof, they continue lying to you, or they admit it, but they don't give you a real apology because their actions don't change. And then your intuition's telling you, see, their actions aren't changing, they're lying. This is why when the narcissist, hoovers you after you're done with them, when you really feel like you're done with them, and they hoover you, your intuition is like, when the narcissist hoovers you and they're sending you flowers and, trying to be nice to you, your intuition is like, screw these flowers, throw them away, burn them, send them back. Your intuition is telling you, like, they're trying to cast a spell on you. Get these flowers out of here. So you'll make your own predictions based on your intuition. And, if someone really cares about you, they're going to make sure that you always feel safe. You always feel good no matter what. They're not going to, start an argument with you over something that doesn't matter and then really pretend like they're mad, all because they know they're lying and they're gaslighting you. That's someone that's very demonic. That's someone that's telling lies to your vision, based on, the appearance, what they look, but you don't know what that spirit looks like. Trust me, if you knew what their spirit looks like, you would not be with them. So another thing that will happen is you'll have dreams. So not only will you have the blind faith, the signs, the physical signs, things that just happen notes that are left behind that are basically letting you know what this person is up to, their agenda. Even at work, things will happen where, there's signs telling you, hey, keep your mouth shut. There's something going on in here and people are going to try to drag you into it. Keep your mouth shut, So there's going to be that blind faith where you just have to have faith that no matter how bad things are getting, they're going to come out, for the benefit of yourself in the end because of that blind faith, because you're trusting your intuition, because your intentions are from love and purity. And you have to trust that the universe knows that. So blind faith, predictions, predicting things, knowing things before they happen, and narcissists trying to gaslight you. If you feel something about someone, sometimes you feel like, hey, this person's into this or that, and something's off, but they try to misdirect you. So blind faith, prediction, and dreams. In order to trust your intuition, you need to be in tune with your blind faith, predictions, and your dreams. You'll have dreams about these people. Even with me, I've told you guys before, I had dreams of the things that I was going to experience in this relationship. I had dreams when things got bad about how worse it was going to get if I stay. I had dreams about the new supply. And then one day, when we go out, some girl sits next to me and I had a dream about what she looked like. And when the girl sat next to me, I instantly felt like that static, that intuition that I felt when I was sitting on the toilet and the mother of his child came to the house. That feeling, that intuition, it just came to me and I was like, she knows him. Why is she sitting next to me? She's by herself. Why is she sitting so close to me? So you'll have dreams about certain people and then you see them in person. And you're like, oh, it's a real person. It wasn't just a dream. I'm not crazy. Because you'll think to yourself, you're assuming things, but then you'll see the signs, the blind faith. You'll start predicting it. Then you'll see the signs. You'll see it. But these people will still continue to gaslight you. And your spirit is basically preparing you to transition. So your spirit is trying to help you transition so that you can be in tune. So you're lacking being intuitive, and your intuition is teaching you the things that you need to do, the things you need to pay attention to in order to be intuitive. So you need to have that blind faith, pay attention to the predictions that you're making, even when it comes to yourself, your dreams, So the dream I had, was with this girl, and she ended up being literally the same image like in my dream. In my dream, I couldn't really see detail by detail the shape of her nose or lips or eyes. It was more about the colors and the figure, the shape, the spirit, something like this feeling. And it was the same feeling, like I said, on two separate occasions. And I said, this can't be coincidence. And every time I would say something, narcissists will either laugh and play it off, or they get angry. They get really mad, like they're ready to fight you, because they feel like, they're not ashamed. They're more pissed off that you're basically bringing up the things that they're doing, into existence. Like, they're mad that you're bringing them up because they want you to be in a fantasy world with them. And meanwhile, they're trying to make you be in that fantasy world. In order to be in that fantasy world, you can't have an intuition. You can't be your own self. So you're practically a slave to the narcissist because you're not allowed to have an intuition. So this person's basically telling you, hey, you're not allowed to have an intuition. You're not allowed to think. You're not allowed to do anything but what I need you for. And when I don't need you anymore, then that's on you for allowing me to use you. That's on you. So you can sit there and tell this narcissist, hey, but what about love? They're going to look at you like, what about love? Love has nothing to do with me trying to control you and taking away your intuition. Another thing that I wanted to end before I end this video, I wanted to talk about was after I mastered my intuition, like just believing in myself, believing in my thoughts and my feelings and my feelings with people and their motives. And sometimes, I can literally feel like I'm reading someone's mind when they're in front of me. And I think that sometimes you're given that gift so that you can know how to basically talk to people, how to interact with them, how to spot what they're going to do before they do it. Sometimes your intuition will tell you, hey, this person doesn't respect you. This person's this. This person doesn't like people like you. This person's judging you. And then when you start speaking to this person, because you're like, okay, I get it. They're making their own assumptions about me. Let me show them who I am without trying to prove to them anything. Let me be myself, and then you can tell that their perception of you has changed because they were expecting you to be something that you're not, because they're not intuitive. People that assume things about you that aren't true, or they're trying to categorize you with a certain type of person, or they're just judging you. They're just thinking that they know you based off the energy you're giving them or what they think, if you look like a rocker, punk rocker or something, people just make their own assumptions. Like, oh, are you emo? Like people will make their own assumptions of your personality based off a look, right? So when people have that type of train of thinking where they're even judging a certain type of person, but they praise certain type of people because these people over here remind them of their cousin or their nephew or their little sister, but then they're not really open-minded about other people. When people come to you with that type of train of thought, your intuition will tell you what type of person you're dealing with. And the reason your intuition sometimes tells you is because that person is not intuitive, which means that they're not conscious. Someone is controlling them. Someone has control of their intuition. So because someone has control of that intuition, they're angry inside. Even if they don't show it, there's some anger inside, and they're going to project that anger onto you. So this is why it's important to know your intuition as well, because you'll have people who are just not happy that you think are narcissists, and sometimes they're not narcissists, but your intuition will tell you so that you don't react to them, because your intuition knows that that person is just hurt, So your intuition will tell you when someone is really hurt, and that's why they're behaving a certain way. And your intuition will tell you when someone is demonic and they're a narcissist. So your intuition is important, because without your intuition, you're basically going to call everyone a narcissist. You see someone that's overly confident, you're going to think they're a narcissist. You see someone that's overly mean, you're going to think they're a narcissist. And your intuition is important, because your intuition allows you to know who's a narcissist, who's not a narcissist, without even knowing that person, without even knowing them. Or your intuition will tell you, even if that person is being fake, your intuition will tell you, like, this person's being fake, So this is why you cannot surround yourself with narcissistic people, because they will control you by messing with your intuition. And, all they're doing is telling you lies. They're imprinting their lies in your mind in order to control you. So as I was telling you guys before, when I left the narcissist, and I realized that I finally, started mastering my intuition, and trusting myself, I ran across another narcissist maybe like a year later. And a year later, I had kind of felt like, okay, I'm going to give dating a chance if it happens, but it has to happen in a way where I've attracted this person, through frequency, right? Through frequency. And what's so crazy is that you think because certain people come into your world, certain times, that sometimes they're your soulmate, right? And you don't even know, like, the universe is trying to teach you something else, because that's what it is. It's like test after test, but you think it's over, right? You think, I just went through something horrible, it's over. You start getting some blessings. You start thinking, oh, things are going good. Look, the universe sent someone my way. Everything's going perfect. And the universe is just testing you out. It's like, do you want your blessings, or do you want another narcissist? Because I'm going to teach you a lesson with this one, right? I'm going to teach you a lesson when it comes to narcissists, why your intuition is so important. Because these narcissists, they're like a disease. They're literally sucking the life out of everyone like vampires. Like, you think you're the only one, or you have history with this narcissist, but there's a lot of people that feel the same way, that they know this person when they really don't. It's a whole entity. So when I realized this, with this new narcissist that I was dealing with, my intuition said to me, this person's evil, leave them alone. I know it seems like they're perfect. My intuition was basically telling me, I just wanted you to go out and have fun and realize that frequency, certain things happen for a reason. So I believe that the universe wanted me to kind of get to know this person, because they had valuable information for me to actually learn from. So I think the universe wanted me to learn certain things about this guy. But then when he started to plot on me, I think that's when the universe was like, okay, this is enough. This is all the information you were supposed to find out about this guy. Don't have sex with him. Don't sleep with him. The universe was telling me, like, don't do none of that stuff, right? Like, trust me. There's a reason why you met them. I want to teach you something. That's literally how I felt in the moment. And I said to myself, okay, universe, okay, God, if you don't want me to be with this guy anymore, and see him anymore, even though I don't have a real explanation for him, okay. So I go visit a friend that I hadn't seen in years. And my intuition, I've told you guys this story, but my intuition said to me, ask your friend if she knows this guy you were dating, that you're not dating anymore. You just stopped dating him like a month ago. Now you're seeing a friend you haven't seen in years, and your intuition's telling you to ask her if she knows this guy. Are you crazy? The universe was telling me, yes, everyone's connected. People, they're connected. The people you're coming across, they're connected to each other. You're connected to them some way, somehow. So I asked her, even though I knew I was going to sound crazy, I said to myself, you have to listen to your intuition. So I asked her. And she looked at me crazy and she's like, oh, how did he send you over here? Like, she thought I went over there and I was being like messy and, like she thought I was talking to him still and I was going over there to kind of be like, oh, I know you're dating him. I'm with him too. And because I knew her, I think she thought I was trying to do something, like funny. And I hadn't even spoken to this guy. So when I told her certain things that he said to me that weren't true, he told me his wife died and his wife never died. So she told me his wife never died. He got a divorce. So then I said to myself, that's why the universe told me, hey, I know he's been patient and he's been a nice guy, but don't have sex with him because he's lying to you. The universe told me, my intuition told me that, even though he seemed perfect, there's something off. So when she said that to me, the universe was basically trying to tell me, see, this is why you have to trust me, because I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for me, I'm looking out for you. So I realized right there and then that the universe wanted me to basically accept that person, forgive them, trust in my intuition, and really trust my intuition, because if I hadn't trust my intuition, it could have been a love triangle with me, my friend, and the new guy. And I would have went from one bad relationship to now, hey, my friend's sleeping with my boyfriend. We're sleeping with the same guy. And I hadn't seen this friend for a while. So my intuition started telling me she was a bad friend and to not come around her anymore, because I told her, the things that he lied to me about. I told her, hey, don't tell him that me and you spoke, because he doesn't even know that I know you. I think the universe, I told her, I said, I don't care if you keep dating him. I think the universe just wanted me to come to you, because the universe wanted me to tell you that he's not a good guy and to just be careful. So I told her, I think I'm here for a reason, basically, and I think that I met him for a reason. And I think the universe wanted me to go to my past and pay attention to people from the past, things that were happening in my past. And a lot of the people that were narcissists, including this friend from my past, I ended up finding out around that time, certain people did certain things that I wasn't aware of, right? And come to find out, the first narcissist that I was with, was connected to this friend of mine. And he was connected to this friend of mine as well, just like the second narcissist. And I was like, well, how is that possible for the first narcissist to be connected to her and to my, friends and narcissists from my past? How can that be possible when they live in different areas, And I'm like, how are these people all connected one way or another? And they all were coming to purge me. And my intuition had been telling me that this spirit had been trying to get to me for a very long time, through these people, through different people, through the people closest to me. And this is why I had to stay intuitive and pay close attention to the people that surround me. And there was a big reason, a big purpose for me not to be around people, because if I hadn't went into isolation and had time to think about the crazy mess that was happening, I wouldn't have been able to put the pieces together to my whole life, to these people, to my intuition, to narcissists that are coming to me as angels in disguises, that are connected to past friends, and that they're coming to purge me in different ways. Only that if I wasn't intuitive, I would have thought to myself, physically, it isn't possible. My friend, she's looking at me like I'm setting her up, but She didn't introduce me to him. He didn't introduce me to her. These things are just happening. So the narcissist takes away your intuition. And if they take away your intuition, you don't have anything, because you should be able to see things that you can't see with the physical eye, because these are the things that are going to keep you safe. These are the things that are going to keep you evolving as a person, as a human being. So if you do not use your intuition, your dreams, your predictions, your blind faith, you're not going to survive this apocalypse. If your intuition's telling you, hey, I should start doing stocks and crypto, and if your mind is telling you, I need to do certain things that I don't want to do, but I know a lot of stuff is going on, I have to do this, I have to do that, because these people are trying to purge me. And the more I tell people what's going on, no one is going to help me. I have to do these things. I'm really on my own. I have to trust my intuition, and my intuition has brought me to this place where my intuition wanted me to speak these things to other people. My intuition told me that certain people needed to hear certain things the way I'm able to express them. You know, everyone expresses things in different ways. And my intuition told me, no, there's a lot of things that you need to break down, because this new world that we're we're already in it. We've been in it, actually. I've been in the future the whole time. I've been in the future. I just keep coming back to the past to drop these stories. All these videos, these podcasts, I'm just coming back to drop these messages. I'm coming to the past. When I come here and I get on YouTube and I make these podcasts, that's me coming to the past, me reliving things and explaining why I strongly believe in these things and why no one can change my mind about what I know to be true, because I trust my own intuition. So you have to trust your own intuition, or you're not going to survive this apocalypse. You're not going to make it. If you're predicting that you're not going to make it, you're not going to make it. You have to predict good things. You have to rewrite your story. You have to tell yourself, this is how the narcissist story is going to go. You have to rewrite everything. The narcissist tried to take over you. They tried to rewrite your story. So now you have to flip it. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to move on. You're going to live in the past. I'm going to live in the future. You wanted me to be down here. I know. I'm going to erase this over here. I'm going to bring you down here. And I'm coming up here. It's a new world. It's time to switch places, you guys. It's a new world. The empath is way too powerful for the narcissist. It's a new world. Everyone knows who the narcissist is. The mask has slipped. They were proud. At first, they were proud to pull that mask down. He said, I don't want to wear the mask. I don't want to wear this COVID-19 mask. I don't care about the pandemic. I want to go out and have fun. I'm trying to take trips during the pandemic. Pandemic is just starting. They're telling you, wear the mask. Everyone's confused. You're like, you secretly are like, I don't know about all this stuff. But the narcissist is like, I don't care. I'm going out. You're like, I don't really care either, but I'm still using my intuition and I'm going to stay indoors. There's too much stuff going on. The narcissist was like, I don't care. I don't care what I catch. I'll come back to you and next thing you know, you're not going to have any taste buds. I don't care. Now guess what? It's a new world and the narcissist can't come. They got a taste of it, but they can't come until they pay what they owe. So all the new narcissists out there, you better be careful, because messing with people's intuition, eventually you're going to have to pay what you owe too, narcissists. Everyone pays the price, don't you know? Even the empath. You know the empath pays the price, but guess who pays the ultimate price? The narcissist. See, the narcissists, they want to come to the future with you, and they're mad because they know you're going to the future. They know you've been living in the future, actually. But they want to make you believe they're passing you up, right? They're not passing you up. You know, they're trying to keep up with all the new narcissists, the new baby narcissists, the new baby vampires, you know. They think they're smarter, they can teach you something, but they don't want to teach you about your intuition and karma. And, you know, they'll tell you, yeah, we get our karma, but we don't care. The narcissist is like, yeah, we get our karma, we don't care. Our intuition always tells us that things are going to get worse, but we don't care. Okay now. All right, narcissist. Whatever you say. But there's still rules. If you care or not, if you're a self-aware narcissist or not, guess what? You still have to pay what you owe. So you better not be stingy and pay what you owe and just pay what you owe for messing with people's intuition, blindsiding people. You know, so nothing in this world, you guys, nothing that we do, our own actions will land us exactly where we are. And in the end, we don't have anything but ourselves to blame, because once your intuition has told you, once you've gotten dreams, predictions, signs, messages, there's nothing else that can happen but destruction. Because you've already gotten different signs in different ways. And I'm saying it from experience. And man, once you get down there, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's because now you're really like, hey, I don't have a choice but to wait my turn. You know, you're waiting for redemption, basically. You're like in the purgatory room waiting for redemption. You're like, well, I don't know. I'm just going to try to be good until I die, I guess. You know? So it gets like that if you don't pay attention to your intuition. You know, some of us have, you know, the narcissist has dragged us to places we never thought we were going to go to. And some of us go through things, right? We go through things. We get the signs, intuition, everything. We go through things and we don't appreciate what we have. So if you have good parents, if you have parents that are there for you, you know, if you have a flat tire, someone's willing to come help you, you know, you have people that are, you know, hey, you need a little help with one of your bills, and they're there for you, you know, and you're thinking to yourself, you've never done anything to that person, you know, but your intuition's telling you, hey, if you don't stop messing with the narcissist, your own mother is going to stop talking to you, because she's not going to respect you anymore because you don't respect yourself. Your intuition will tell you your kids, they're going to hate you when they get older. Right now, they don't know what's going on. They just know they don't feel good. Their intuition says, leave dad alone. Their intuition's like, please, mom, we'll be okay with you're just single. We'll help you. We'll get a job. And you still don't want to leave. And your intuition's telling you, hey, my husband might kill me or my kids. He might kill all of us. Your intuition is telling you to leave. And then the narcissist cheats on you, and then they do it in a way that's so disrespectful, and instead of using that opportunity to run, you're pleading for them to apologize, to give you closure, to you're actually now you want to stay even more because you're like, what's wrong with me? Why do they want them? Your focus, your intuition already told you you need to leave. Now you stay because they showed you their new supply. Now you stay. So when they get their karma and that new supply doesn't want them anymore, they're going to come and attack you. And when they do, and they, bop on the side of your head for no reason, and you think to yourself, why did this happen to me? I'm a good person. Because your intuition told you to leave is going to get worse. This person's behaviors are going to evolve. Their anger is going to evolve to the point where the narcissist is going to have so much hate for you, all because you allowed their abuse. You'll think to yourself, they should feel bad. No, it pisses them off more. It's like, to them, it's like, you're weak, and it doesn't matter how strong you try to act. I've already seen your vulnerability, so I'm always going to think you're weak, even if you're not weak. Even if you don't, if you're confident and you don't really care about what people think about you, I still want to perceive you as this way. So the more you want to change who you are as a person, the more you try to evolve and do positive things, the more the narcissist is going to bring you down and make you feel like you're undeserving, or when good things are happening to you, they're just not going to celebrate you, and your intuition is going to tell you this person's jealous of you. So narcissists mess with your intuition. Especially in my case, I was naive. So they mess with your intuition to control you, and then they breadcrumb you, right? They make you believe like no one's going to want you. They try to mess with your intuition. Your intuition's telling you there's a life after them, but they try to mess with you to believe that there isn't a life, to keep you stuck in the past. And when I left this person and I started to surround myself by other people, I started to actually manifest things through people. And a lot of times the people that I dated after the narcissist, and it took me a long time to date because I always had this perception of, I'm not meeting anyone online. I want to meet them through just natural, like through, like I said, frequency. So when I would run across these guys, they were literally taking me to places that I always wanted to go to, or, doing little things for me. And I realized, that I could have been doing these things, but the narcissist was holding me back and making me feel as if I needed them to do these things, and they were going to deprive me from doing them by denying me. They're basically, treating you like a dog, and then they're giving you doggy treats here and there. They're breadcrumbing you when you don't need to be with that person. You could be with a completely person that's on your level. Even though the relationship never evolved, and I was just dating, I got to gain like valuable information from these people. Like, they helped me in my journey and my growth. And just because it never got serious, it doesn't mean that I didn't run across those situations for a reason. So I'm not promoting, people to go out and start dating and things like that, because even with that, I had to learn a valuable lesson, So the valuable lesson that I basically learned from that was, look, in such a short span of time, you have gained so much from these people because they don't want nothing from you but your time. And here this narcissist is trying to use you for your time, steal your intuition, and breadcrumb you when they come back. So the hardest part about waking up from what this narcissist did to you, which was take your intuition is to realize that the moment that they lied to you and they gaslit you, they were stopping you from having a better life. And when they breadcrumb you, they do it in a way where you should appreciate the breadcrumbs when they come back, when you've already tasted a full platter. So, once you get that gourmet meal, you're like, hey, you've been starving me this whole time. Like, you've been starving me, and you did it for a long time. And now you're acting like I should appreciate some stupid flowers. So that's the type of stuff that narcissists do when they mess with your intuition. I remember buying a new car and the narcissist, their behavior just changed. Like, they weren't happy for me. I'm trying to like make them feel included. When they're shopping for their cars or their vehicles, I act like very supportive, want them to have the best of everything, give them compliments, because it makes people feel good when people give you compliments. But when you're dealing with a narcissist, they won't give you compliments. They actually get jealous, even if they know you deserved it. Like, if you've really been working hard and you deserve it, they're mad. They're mad at you. Especially, and they'll make it seem like certain people, they're lucky because they're a woman, or they're lucky because, they'll just try to make it seem like everything is given to you or given to most people, right? They feel like most people, hey, you come from a good family, that's why. You went to college, that's why. So some narcissists make it seem that way, but what about some of us that don't have that, or didn't have that, or went through really bad situations that you're like, how did you pull yourself out of that? And the narcissist actually knows where you came from. They know you came from like struggle. And then on top of that, they know you deserve it secretly, but they're secretly jealous of you. And your intuition's telling you, this person's jealous because you're buying a car. This person's jealous because you bought yourself something. You could buy yourself something like shoes. The narcissist is jealous that you bought yourself some shoes. Like, so that jealousy, that hate, all those things, your intuition will tell you, hey, if you don't get away from this person, you're going to start being jealous. So then you'll find yourself being jealous of the narcissist going out, being jealous of the narcissist new hairstyle, new haircuts, because now you're assuming everything they're doing it to impress someone else, because your intuition's telling you, hey, this narcissist, they're only doing this because they're trying to impress someone else. So your intuition will tell you, hey, the reason the narcissist gets jealous when I'm buying shoes or stuff is because they think I'm doing it for someone else. Even though they know I deserve it, they think that my blessings are going to be to show off to other people, and that's not the case. You're doing it because of you. You don't even care about taking pictures of your new car and showing it to people. You don't care about none of that. You're just doing it for yourself. And the narcissist, when they do stuff, they do it for other people. So this is why they will accuse you of doing stuff. And now when they're getting ready to go out, they're bragging to you. We're going to go out. Me and my friends are going to go out over here. This, that. We're going to eat steaks. We're going to be drinking this, cigars. They'll make it seem like they're going to have this big ball, right? This big party. And you'll start thinking the narcissist, they're up to something, They're not going out with their friends. They're going out with someone else. Your intuition will tell you, because that's the truth. And then you'll find yourself telling the narcissist, hey, I don't feel comfortable you doing this. And they'll make it seem like you're a jealous person. But the only reason you're behaving in a jealous manner is because your intuition is telling you not to trust this person, because they've said things to you for a certain reason. So if you really had love in your relationship, you wouldn't feel, when those times where you bought yourself something to feel good, your partner would buy first of all, your partner would buy you things to make you feel good, or they would compliment you, or they wouldn't give you the energy of being jealous of you, right? They'll tell you they want that you deserve it, or they'll be happy for you. And if someone is happy for you, when they're ready to go out or they're doing something with themselves, you'll want to support them because they've supported you. But when they're doing, and the narcissist is doing something, it's hard to support them because when they're feeling good, they're behaving in a way where they think they're better than everyone. So you're like, hey, why are you acting like you're better than me when we're supposed to be, mutual, 50-50 or whatever, right? We're supposed to be one. We're not supposed to be, arrogant towards each other in a way where it almost seems hateful. Like it starts to feel like you're dealing with a woman, like a catty person. And that's what will make your instincts and your intuition kick in, and your intuition's like, something's off about this person. This person's not real. This person's not honest. This person doesn't really care about you. And, if you never got this feeling from this person or felt that jealousy, then when the narcissist is going out and telling you what they're going to do, it wouldn't bother you. You wouldn't even question them. You'll actually, kiss them and be like, hey, have a good night. I don't care. Call me on your way back, or, wake me up when you get home. Like, you wouldn't care. But because they are treating you bad for no reason, they're accusing you of things, they're acting jealous of you, they're acting like they're in a competition with you. Because of those things, that's what makes you attack them in a way where it's going to look like you're the narcissist. And they're going to, tell their flying monkeys that you're the crazy person, basically. So your intuition, when you get around the flying monkeys, your intuition will tell you, hey, the narcissist has been talking bad about you to the flying monkeys. Even if these people don't say anything to you, as soon as you look at these people in their eyes and you get around them, your intuition right away tells you the narcissist has been talking bad about you with these people. And then these people start doing little things that's like little hints, like they don't think that because you don't know them. They think that you're not catching on to what they're saying because you don't know them. And then the narcissist will start to look at them like, she's not that dumb. She's very intuitive. Don't even play like that around her because she's intuitive. Don't even give her a sign that I'm doing something because she's so intuitive that she's going to predict what I'm going to do next. And the narcissist does not want you to know what they're going to do next because they always want to be 2 steps ahead of you. But now, once you become conscious and you actually listen to your intuition, you'll actually be the one a couple steps in front of them. So once they realize that you're listening to your intuition, they don't want to be around you anymore because they feel like the more you know, the more you're going to discover. And they feel like, well, I might as well just show you what I'm doing because you're going to find out anyway. You're so awake now that all these things are just going to come to you. The universe is just going to drop them off in your front porch, by your doorsteps, like a package, like a express package right away. So they don't want to be around you once you become conscious because the more they lie to you when they're gaslighting you, the more the universe is going to give you signs, physical signs even. So they're kind of like, what's the point on being with you when I can't lie to you? So they're looking for people they can lie to. And as long as they're lying and taking over people's intuition, it doesn't matter how smart, how successful that person is. If they get wrapped up with a narcissist, they're going to experience that same karma, the narcissist, that karma that's following the narcissist. So the moment the narcissist betrays you, all that karma, all that stuff they've been doing to you, your intuition tells you they're going to get their karma for it. But because you don't see it, or because a lot of times you're waiting for it, the universe won't allow you to see it because you want to see it. Because you actually want to see it. So the universe won't let you see it. And a lot of times when you do see it, it's because you were meant to see certain things. You were meant to see certain karmas based off people's actions. Sometimes you were meant to see it because the disrespect was to another level. Sometimes the narcissist tells on themselves, and then they regret it later on. They wish they would have never told you, or they wish they would have never showed you their new supply and did all of that because it backfired on them. So, I hope this message, you guys, was helpful. I know it was extremely long, but I wanted you guys to kind of understand why your intuition is so important on so many different levels. So if you guys want to book with me, you guys want to speak to me and book a session with me, my information's on the description. Just give me 24 hours, and please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for additional content and information. I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace, and I'll talk to you guys on the next podcast. Bye.